What's up everyone? Welcome back to another video. My name is Evan Olbricht and today I'm going to be talking about the importance of creativity in your life as a creator, as a photographer, as anything like that. And I'm a professional photographer, so I've been doing this for quite a while and I'm big focused on creativity, just having creativity in your work, having fun with it, and being able to try new things. So that's what I'm going to be talking about today based on my experiences. So the first thing I want to talk about is try new things. So this probably sounds pretty obvious, oh, of course, but honestly, go out there and every time you go shoot, try a new shot, try a new angle, try a new lens, try a new something like that, just to try to expand what you're able to do. And I think this is so important, but I started doing surf photography. I have the underwater housing and all that. And just being able to get in the water and try that as a new thing, that turned out to be one of my favorite things, and I'm really good at that just because I try to do that and just it was a crazy niche thing too, but just trying to do that. And then recently I did golf photography. I've never done it before and some friends asked me to do it for them. So I did it for them, and then recently I shot a PGA event. So just trying new things, having fun with it, looking at other people for inspiration and say, hey, I want to try to experience this in some sort of way or capture this in some sort of way. Stuff like that is super important for your work to be able to expand what you can do and then also learn new things. So yeah, that's the first thing, and I think that's so important. The second thing I want to talk about is talk with others in your field. So network with other photographers, other creators, videographers, anything like that. I recently made a video about this, how to network with other photographers, so go check that out if you haven't seen that. But honestly, that is just such a big thing, and recently that's what I've been doing, and that's helped me get so many gigs, help my YouTube channel do very well, get more ideas for that, help my portfolio, my website develop, and just really everything that I've done, just talking to people, getting insights from them. I've even reached out to some photographers being like, hey, how did you get this job? And they gave me the contact information to some of those people. So being able to do that, it just helps you network, build a client base, build people in the space that you're friends with, you can ask them questions with, tips with, and even just hang out with them if they live by you. And it's awesome to have friends like that are in the same space and community, because it really helps you out. You can really expand what you're able to do. And I think that is just so important in today's age, because there are so many photographers, so many videographers, and so many creators and everything, where you have to be able to stand out. And by having a good network, you can stand out because everyone will know you. And if someone's like, oh, well, we're looking for this photographer, they're gonna be like, oh, we know this guy, he's gonna come and do a great job, or we've worked with him before and he's done a great job. And then they're gonna talk about it to other people, and it just expands your network even more. So build your client base, and then also just helps you learn from other photographers, which I feel like is just so important in today's age with photography and creativity as a whole. All right, and the third thing I want to talk about is sharing your work. So this is the last thing I want to talk about, but it is so important. So sharing your work for me has taught me so much. Personally, when I started this YouTube channel, I didn't think I'd actually be learning from a lot of other people, but I've had so many comments saying, hey, do this your portfolio, maybe try this with your photos, or maybe you should try this when you're shooting golf, try this when you're shooting baseball. And I've tried those things and it has helped my photography so much. Someone commented about my portfolio, and I made those changes, and I actually had a couple of people tell me about how my portfolio looked way better after I did that. It was just a couple small changes, but really helped my portfolio stand out. So then if I send it to a client, the client's gonna like that much better, and hopefully I'll get a job from that. But just being able to learn, and although you have to be super open about this, because if someone says hey, maybe you should do this with your photos instead of this, some people definitely take that as oh man, that sucks that he said that, but honestly, it's a good thing that they're saying that, just to look into it. Don't be super harsh on yourself, but also be open to, hey, maybe I can change this about my photography. Maybe I can work on my portfolio, make this website, make these videos about these topics because they'll do better because more people are asking about them. And just taking this good criticism is so important to becoming a better photographer and a better creative as a whole. Because if someone's talking to you and says, hey, why don't you do this with your photography? And you're just oh, no, I'll never do that. You're really just not gonna learn, and you're gonna stay in the same place. And being able to take this criticism from, honestly, your friends, family, or people online is so important. And that's another thing too, is talk to people that you trust. because I talk to my best friends and family about my photography. Like this one printed above, I wasn't even like sure if I wanted to print this, wasn't sure if it was like one of my favorite photos, and everyone was like, oh, we love it so much. So I ended up printing that in a 20 by 30, and that's one of my photos, the favorite photos that I've printed so far, and it just looks so good. So being able to trust the process in your work. You're not gonna be amazing right away, and just learning from others, learning from people you trust, and just ask them, hey, what do you think about this? Because honestly, those people are the consumers consuming your work, and although it doesn't 100% matter on them, it definitely does when you're trying to get clients and trying to sell something to those people. So that's why I think that's super important, and that's all I have to talk about for the video. A little bit shorter, but I hope that this was important, something that I just wanted to talk about that I kind of wish that I knew when I was starting out. So thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this. Hit the like button and comment down below. It really helps me out. And thanks for watching. See you next video.